So I've been debating making a video on this sort of topic for a while now, mainly because more than likely nothing will actually change from what I have to say, but I figured screw it, whatever, let's just get this out there. Maybe I can change a few minds at least. Stop doing stuff like this. Stop saying stuff like this. That you will spend $150, $200, $300 for GTA 6. Now, I'm not trying to single out just this particular guy on Reddit who did end up posting this like 5 separate times, so this could all just be rage bait, and I'm falling for it. But I have unironically seen people argue that, yes, GTA 6, they're gonna spend, or they're willing to spend $200, $250, $500, whatever crazy number you want to throw there for GTA 6. Let me just remind everyone that GTA 5, throughout its life cycle, and it's still making money, but throughout its life cycle up till now, has made Rockstar and Take-Two over $8 billion. They don't need help making money. I hate to use this word, but I don't know what other word to use. Stop simping for billion-dollar companies that realistically don't see you as anything other than just an ATM machine. Now, I do want to rewind just a bit, because I'm not trying to be a hater at all. I do want to approach this with a bit of nuance. So first off, I get it, right? From everything that we have seen so far, especially in trailer 2, GTA 6 truly looks like a next-gen game. It looks like a game that has never been made. And I don't think saying that is an exaggeration. They're doing stuff like pupil dilation that no other game is even caring about. I also get it if you've been playing GTA Online the last 10 years. Rockstar has kept GTA Online alive with consistent updates, maybe not as much as we would want, but they have been doing 2 a year, 2 big updates a year for the last 10 years. And if GTA 6 follows a similar pattern, then we'll be playing GTA 6 and GTA 6 Online for 10 plus years. So I get it. I get saying, oh, I'm fine with paying $200 for this game because I will get way more entertainment value out of that $200 compared to anything else. And I do feel the same way. I really do. This game, GTA 6, if it comes out at $70, I think that's going to be a steal if that's all you spend in the lifetime of this game and then you play it for 10 years. But I will also never advocate for Rockstar to charge way more than any other game, because that is just stupid for me as a consumer. It literally helps me out in 0 ways. And going back to the original post, he's talking about how most games nowadays come out that are half-baked, filled with bugs, microtransactions, etc. And he's implying GTA 6 is not going to have any of that stuff. But we don't know. Realistically, we don't know. We've only seen 2 trailers, trailer 1 and trailer 2. And then I guess a few screenshots. Saying stuff like this so early on, especially after the game has been delayed officially once, and internally a few times, it seems, it's quite stupid to say, in my opinion. For all we know, the game could have a terrible launch with tons of bugs and performance issues. And let's be honest, there are going to be microtransactions when it does launch. Do I think that will happen? Well, the microtransactions, yes. The other stuff, the bugs and all that, I don't think so. I think Rockstar should have learned from other games in the past that have terrible launches that people don't like that. And that's why they have delayed it so many times, because they do want to polish it for launch. So I don't think that will happen, but there is a chance it could, is all I'm saying. Again, let's just remind everyone of Cyberpunk 2077. So many people thought that CD Projekt Red, the developers behind that, could do no wrong after The Witcher 3 and its, masterful DLCs. And then Cyberpunk probably had the worst launch of a video game ever. There were so many problems, it took years to actually fix it. So there's a chance GTA 6 could follow a similar pattern. It's not likely, but there is a chance. So I just want to point out that it's pretty ignorant to think that a game will be perfect at launch, even if, Rockstar and $2 billion and 8,000 developers are behind it. One of the big reasons I did want to, I guess, sort of just rant about this topic is because this sort of stuff only ever harms the consumers. Coming out and saying, oh, GTA 6, I'm fine spending $150. I'm fine spending, $100, $200, whatever the case may be. That would set a precedent if Rockstar listened. If anyone remembers the Oblivion Horse Armor DLC way back in the day, that was the sort of start that set a precedent for all of the microtransaction-esque DLCs we have now seen in gaming. So every other AAA studio would then price their games higher and higher. And I think most of us can realize that most AAA games nowadays are not worth $80, which they're trying to now charge, let alone 100 plus if this were to happen. Like if Rockstar listened and said, you know what, we're making GTA 6 $150, while other companies are going to follow, and then it's never ending. And it just sucks for all the video game fans. And honestly, you can look at Nintendo for a front row seat on how, again, simping for a $1 billion company actually hurts the consumers. And I know Nintendo fanboys will be super angry at what I'm about to say, but it's true. Nintendo started the $80 game trend, which of course is bad enough. They did that a couple of months ago, and now we've already seen other companies follow suit. They were already making really good profits from their games. So I don't want to hear the whole, well, inflation, that argument. The $1 billion company, look, they can make a little less money. Why do you care what they're making and how much they won't make, if the game isn't keeping up with inflation? I've never understood that. So primarily they've upped the price for just pure greed. They want more money and they know they can get away with it. But it gets worse. And I'm going to use the Pokemon games as an example, because this is something that I've just noticed over the years. If you like them, that's completely fine. I'm not trying to argue that you shouldn't like things, not even close. But you have to admit, even if you do like the recent Pokemon games, they are pretty bad compared to what they could actually be. Like imagine a Pokemon game on the level of the Breath of the Wild or something like that, right? But the Pokemon developers clearly don't care as much, because they know that whatever they put out, the Pokemon and Nintendo fans will buy it and eat it up. And look, I am simplifying this a tiny bit, but basically they know that they don't need to try and push boundaries as hard because they will make a ton of money either way. And that is what just blindly fanboying a company does. It ends up creating worse products that will now, as we are seeing, cost even more. Now back to GTA 6, I would also like to say that if, and look, this would never happen, but if that extra money for a $150 game went to the actual developers and not the CEOs and the upper management, I think most of us wouldn't mind higher prices for games. But again, of course, that would never happen in today's society. So if you're out there thinking that you paying extra money for GTA 6 for this game, it would help the people that made it, that's not the case. You would just be giving more of your money to some multi-millionaire CEO or upper management person that didn't do, the hard work, quote unquote. Another problem with paying more is the microtransaction issue. We all know GTA 6 Online will have shark cards. It will have a GTA Plus subscription. And who knows what else it will have. RDR2 added another currency into their online, so maybe we'll get another currency you have to pay real life money for in GTA 6 Online. Let's not forget how bad microtransactions actually are. They ruin the in-game economy to incentivize players to spend real life money instead of grinding the game. And I saw this so many times playing GTA Online over the last 10 years. You can just go in there now and see some rinkety-dink van costing about $2 million. You compare that to way back in the day, before microtransactions were a huge thing, where supercars cost less than $1 million. You can also look how Rockstar do nerf ways of making money to try and get people to buy the shark cards instead. They nerfed the Kyle Perico how many times? Because people were making too much money too fast in Rockstar's mind. And also, we missed out on some really good sounding DLCs in GTA 5 because of microtransactions. It was leaked recently that GTA 5 was supposed to have a Trevor DLC, an Alien DLC, and I think a few other DLCs, maybe one with Franklin as well. But they did all get canceled in 2014 because of how well GTA Online was doing. And from a business perspective, it makes sense. Why do more work if you don't need to do that much work and you still make way more money? So if you are fanboying for Rockstar, saying you wouldn't mind paying $100+, then you're almost saying you're okay with these issues that microtransactions cause, because you're basically rewarding them for this in a way, because you're saying, oh, I'll pay $150 in addition to the shark card microtransaction stuff, in addition to the GTA subscription stuff, in addition to whatever decisions Rockstar make in online because of these microtransactions and subscription. Like, I'm fine with paying $70 for all that. I mean, I shouldn't be, because it's embarrassing how gaming has become this, but that's the world we live in. But I'm not going to come out here and say, oh yeah, I'll give you $150 to have this sort of microtransaction slop at my game. Sure. So again, I just want to say it's 100% okay to think, you know, wow, I'm getting a great deal with GTA 6 only costing $70. This game should have probably cost more considering how many hours of entertainment I'm getting out of it. But you should never just flat out simp for $1 billion company and say stuff like what this original post is saying. These companies don't have our best interests in mind. They will only do whatever makes them the most amount of money. This isn't some indie developer. You know, maybe an indie developer would care, but this is not the case. They'll make an insanely looking game, right? This game looks amazing. It looks like it will be the best game, you know, one of the best games of all time. And that's great. We're all excited for it. Just because that is the case doesn't mean we just need to blindly fanboy them to death. The final thing I will say is that just because there are so many mid games that are coming out for $70 and now, you know, $80, that doesn't mean GTA 6 should cost more. I mean, if anything, those other games should cost less. It's why games like this year alone, in the last few months, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Expedition 33, The Oblivion Remastered, they all did so well over these last couple of months because they were all $50 at launch. And many gamers realized, oh wow, I don't need to spend $80, $70 for a really, really great gaming experience. I have seen so many people compare and like, oh, well, GTA 6, you know, or Call of Duty comes out for $80 or $70. GTA 6 is going to have way more content, so therefore it should cost way more money. No, maybe Call of Duty should cost less since it's the same game year in, year out with all of their crazy microtransaction stuff. Like, that's the argument that should be being made instead of, oh, well, GTA 6 should cost more because it has more content. So look, I realize this video is probably a bit pointless. I'm just ranting into the abyss because there will always be stupid people who just blindly defend companies. But like I said, it's just something I did have to get off my chest, and maybe, just maybe, this makes at least one person see the light, so to speak. Look, I'm a huge GTA and Rockstar fan, and I cannot wait until GTA 6 comes out. Trailer 2 has got me insanely excited for this game, and it looks absolutely insane. But you will never catch me telling this billion-dollar company that they can take complete advantage of me. And I just wish that so many more people would have that same sort of mindset. But again, I'm just some random guy on the internet who cares what I have to say. That's gonna do it for today's GTA 6 video. Thank you guys for watching. Please drop a video a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more GTA 6 content, because look, again, I'm still excited for this game, and I'm going to be putting out a bunch of GTA 6 content. But yeah, anyway, you guys already know. That's gonna do it. So I will see you guys, as always, in the next one.